Alright, guys and ladies, it's Dan
and Kris, and welcome to another side quest right here on QOB. Following on from our previous unboxing of the Sega Mega Drive, we are today going to look at another classic a bit further down the line, and that was the original Sony Playstation.
Value pack.
Yeah, basically, I never saw what the box looked like without the value pack. It's rather plain. And it's got this disgusting yellow disc on it which says free demo disc. That looks unsightly.
It's got this nice brushed effect on the box, this graphic, and then it's got this crap on the bottom, but whatever. We get console, two controllers.
Two controllers
was, like I said previously, in those days you saw your friends for gaming sessions.
Yeah, it was a social thing.
And memory card.
And this was the PAL one, it wasn't NTSC, so this is for Europe.
It's worth pointing out.
And the other thing that I wanted to kind of point out, just because it's big and bold and in the middle, was I absolutely love that PlayStation logo.
Yeah, it's just a classic. I mean, it did good with that one.
Yeah, like the sleeves of it did, don't they?
That's why it did good with it.
That's cool, right.
Just noticed on the side we've got some kit. He has more of what you don't get in the box.
Oh, is the multi-tap on there, the boomerang?
I'm hoping the multi-tap is on there. Yes,
yeah, there is.
The multi-tap. If anybody's watching, actually had multi-tap, let us know, because I've just never seen one in the wild.
So we've got the analog stick controller. I had one of those. Memory card, mouse. Did anyone have the mouse? The PlayStation mouse?
Anybody have a PlayStation mouse? No.
Like, did anyone have the analog joystick with the tiller? No, probably not. The link cable. Did you ever play?
Never had a link cable.
Like, did you ever play with your friends who also had a console on the link cable? Never.
No, link cable.
And then there's the boring shit: the AV adapter, the RFU adapter, and the AV cable.
So multi-tap. Can you think of any games that would benefit from a multi-tap? Because it's like
Micro Machines version 3.
Apart from Micro Machines version 3.
No, I can't think.
We can't think of any. Back in the box.
Software library.
Here we go. Here's the games which aren't in box.
Also including classics such as Power the Rapper.
Yes. This
Kick, punch.
chop. This came with the demo disc, which actually has a proper wrapper on it.
Oh yeah, I think it does, doesn't it? What are the other games? Crash Bandicoot. Yes, we all love Crash Bandicoot. Karushi, which was insanely difficult. Time Crisis, never played. Soul Blade, never played. Formula 197, who cares?
Never had a PlayStation.
Rapid Racer, I think I played a bit of Rapid Racer. Didn't play Porsche Challenge. Hercules, I loved Hercules.
Also on the demo disc.
International Superstar Soccer Pro, never played that. No.
G-Police, never heard of it.
Final Fantasy 7, everyone's heard of Final Fantasy 7. Nightmare Creatures, probably not. And Tomb Raider 2.
Tomb Raider 2, got a classic.
Even though that Tomb Raider 1 was the one that I have on the PlayStation. Let's get in, Dan.
Let's get it open. Break it open.
Slightly less elegant unboxing.
We open the flaps.
The flaps.
And we try to pull out
the baby.
The console itself.
That is some satisfying grey.
That's a nice... I like how... as a hair. I like... Maybe one of mine. I like how they did a PS4 recently. The anniversary in the original grey. I actually thought it looked pretty good, actually, when they did that.
Yeah, and I entered the competition to win one.
There you go.
I entered the competition to win one of those PS4s, and it was an utter debacle. Sony totally dropped the ball with it.
Yeah.
And sadly, I didn't get one, which really annoyed me. One thing that I know, although it's a grey console, I love that splash of the PlayStation logo on there. That's in a really satisfying wait for it.
I will demonstrate that.
I don't care.
But everybody likes doing it. Power, restart, and of course eject.
Then we've got an assortment of cables.
Classic controllers, obviously, minus the joysticks.
I had the analog ones. I had the analog sticks. Luxury. Cabled as well. They weren't wireless back in the day, were they? The other satisfying feeling was plugging this in. I'll start that again.
Who needs porn?
when you got this. But the console itself is pretty unassuming, and of course this marked the change over into CDs as game mediums. And other than that, there's nothing else on the front. Oh, you had memory card slots on the top. Like I think the new controllers have got a lot larger than this. Since this feels like really tiny in the hand.
No, I think it's just because we've got the extra D-pads on. It might just make it
like.
No, I think you might be right actually.
No. I definitely think like the new one. Well, at least the PlayStation 3 one, which kind of copied this design.
Catch you in a minute. Onto the games and the memories. Right, on the top of the pile we've got Doom.
Actually, Doom was a classic PC game though.
Doom is a very well-known classic PC game. First time I played Doom was on a console known as Atari Jaguar.
Which had an obscene, disgusting looking controller.
It did. Also, Doom was probably the only decent game on there. First time I owned Doom was this very copy. The first time I had it was on PlayStation. I eventually got it on PC years later.
One thing that was sort of like...
This is it's a good port. It's a really good version. I've got Final Doom as well, which is another port of a PC one. And obviously the server was missed out because of the storage capacities on it. But it's still a pretty good port. I really like it.
Mm-hmm. One thing that is immediately obvious is that Dan's got the PlayStation Platinum.
It is the Platinum version. They ruined it by putting Platinum on.
Yeah, by putting the Platinum on. And also the discs were silver.
Just to remind you that you didn't buy it when it came out.
Yeah, just like, you're a cheapskate.
You get the Platinum version.
Have the Platinum, which had
you get the Platinum disc as well, so it's like, oh yeah, I'm going to ruin the box up, I'm going to ruin the disc. Oh, and I was always my original...
No way, the fucking level passwords.
Back in the day when certain games couldn't let you save, even though it could actually save.
But you could on a PS.
You couldn't on a PS. Yeah. Some games you had the passwords for levels, which I've still written down here. So if I fancy revisiting any of these, I'll just bang the password in and get straight up to level 10.
But you only start with a pistol.
Yes, it does reset.
Oh, yes,
it does reset your arsenal. Tomb Raider 2.
Nice game.
I selected to look at Tomb Raider 2. I think Tomb Raider 2 is the best one of the of all of them actually.
Yeah,
like, right up to present.
Yeah, well, I think it's the most iconic of the lot, to be honest, Tomb Raider 2, because it introduced loads of new kind of features that weren't present in kind of games beforehand. It had like sort of drivable vehicles. It had much better graphics than the original. Like, you no longer had so pointy tits.
They were still pointy, but they were getting there.
Yeah. I'm actually wondering if Dan's wrote down a cheat to get the boobs out.
The cheat where you apparently make her naked, where you enter a certain sequence on the controller, actually made that explode.
Oh, it did, yes. Yes, I remember.
It was basically the explode cheat, but it was put around at the time as being the naked cheat. Why you would want to see square, pixelated tits.
Oh, well, triangular. Polygon tits.
I don't know.
Square nipples.
And also, of course, I really like the artwork on the disc.
Yeah, it was really cool. Immediately when you sort of pulled it off the top, I was thinking Venice. Everyone loved Venice. That was such a good level.
Everyone loved level.
Venice, and then after that, the Tibetan foothills with the
snowmobile.
Yeah, the snowmobile was like one of the best things
that
were in Tomb Raider 2. I actually had Tomb Raider 1 in the double case, which was now actually quite rare.
I don't know why. There was only one disc, wasn't it?
Yeah, there was only one disc.
It's a waste of space.
Total waste of space. But some of the very old games for PlayStation had these double discs, and actually some of them are worth quite a lot of money now if you've still got them. Have a look in your attic, or if you're in the UK,
I've got a
loft.
Or if you're Dan, your vault.
Your vault. The deed broken.
I actually have one double disc box, but the game's actually double disc game.
Oh, it's quite
Command and Conquer.
Moving on.
Junior Gun.
Again, another PC game.
PC classic, but I played the PC one, but in the days before I had a PC, I had to set up the PlayStation version. Once again, it's a decent port. The PC version is better.
I never had the PlayStation one. I had the PC one because I had the Atomic edition of Duke Nukem 3D, which had the birth on it, which was
episode 4.
Yeah, episode 4, which is really cool.
But this is just like the 3 episodes on the original. It's a full game, but obviously the graphics aren't as good as
Yeah,
no. Yeah.
And also, it's a very, very strict 18 title. This one, there's quite a lot of swearing and pixelated tits as well.
Oh yes.
And that turned out
with the pixelated tits.
And I've turned out okay,
baby.
It's time to kick ass.
And chew bubble gum.
Right, and I'm all out of gum.
All out of gum.
Now the next game, Populous.
Once again,
love this
once again,
PC ports.
PC ports.
Exactly. Yeah.
A lot of games back then were PC ports because that was that's where they.
That was the go-to game.
Yeah.
I've got to say it again because it's got to be said. PC versions far superior to the PlayStation one.
Oh, Populous, definitely. But actually, Populous...
It's not a bad port, but...
It's not a bad port, but it took ages to load. It took a full memory card.
Getting back to memory cards, 15 blocks.
15 blocks. That was 1 megabyte, you know.
A full 15 blocks to save on this thing. And when
It's shocking.
It took a while to save, it took a while to load the saves back, and...
Oh, and one of the most annoying things was when it was loading, it was like, oh, when they reached the middle, it's loaded, and they went...
Yeah, it's all it's just like, why are you doing this to me? It's like one of the best sort of God games out there.
Actually, it is the best God game.
Feel the divine power, and you will feel the divine power.
I absolutely loved Populous. I loved the fact that you had the spells, you had the villagers with the huts, which could be different, and then you could train them, not just like train units or whatever. Like you actually had to breed the braves in order to make sort of priests and warriors and stuff like that.
Which came out as instant adults.
Yeah, instant adults, and they all looked the same. The mana, the visions.
But yes, definitely played. Fantastic game.
Very good.
Finally, GTA 1.
We're going GTA 1.
Another PC port.
Another PC port.
Grand Theft
That's a
Auto.
trend, you know.
Platinum, I see there, Dan. You got after the fact.
I had to go platinum with this one. It had to be platinum.
Well, you had to wait till he was 18, obviously. So.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I got this way before I was 18. Once again, I've turned out fine. I haven't like done any joyrides. I haven't killed anybody.
And he's not molested at 18.
Right. Yeah, my first experience of playing GTA, I was tricked. Judging from somewhat the cover, but especially the loading screen, I thought it was going to be, you know,
first person.
Yeah.
First person.
I was shocked to see it was like a top-down aerial view.
Totally top-down. It was absolutely top-down.
I was not expecting it. Then I just totally thought whatever it meant and just put it with it.
Yeah.
And then GTA 2 came out, which is also top-down.
Oh, GTA 2 was great.
We all like GTA 2. It's probably the forgotten gem of the series because nobody thinks. Everybody knows the original. Everybody forgets GTA 2.
Yeah, GTA 2 was actually really, really good. I found it really good because you had the gangs and you had the different, you know, like you had obviously much better graphics and much kind of.
I think a lot of people missed it because they thought it was too much like this one.
Yeah, maybe.
Just prettier.
And I actually think that quite a lot of people probably didn't like GTA 2. I think I got that vibe from a few people. But one of the coolest things about GTA 2 was you could play it in night mode and day mode.
Yeah. The cool thing about the new ones is it actually goes night to day properly.
Grand Theft Auto 5.
Once again, it's a fantastic port. I mean, like every other game, it's a fantastic port. But PC original over this one? What would you say?
I only ever played the PlayStation.
I think it works better. GTA certainly works better on PlayStation with using a controller.
I wouldn't strictly say it works better. It works just as well. I mean, have a good experience on either control setup. But with GTA, it's just that it did work really well on consoles.
Yeah.
And I can't remember. There wasn't much of a trade-off in terms of performance, was it? I think it might have slowed. It
slowed down a bit.
It did slow down quite a bit.
And I think everyone is crying out for a modern GTA game with London.
Yes,
because that would be
absolutely amazing.
It's like GTA 3, Vice City and San Andreas. They did 3 cities. As people might not know, was Liberty City, San Andreas and Vice City were all in this game.
The original.
Yeah. And then they did the third generation, which was like 3 Vice City, San Andreas, which we visited.
Yeah.
And now, currently, they've got like, we've done Liberty City again, GTA 4, San Andreas, GTA 5 is San Andreas again. And we assume GTA 6 will be Vice City based off that. But I think people have been thinking, well, you're not going to like revisit London.
London would be a better choice.
If they did London.
Definitely. There's so much you could do with it.
Like so much you could do, and all of the vehicles would be totally different because British cars are very, very different to American ones.
Do you think maybe they haven't done it? Maybe they haven't done it because they didn't think there'd be much interest in it.
I don't know.
I think London's
a
very popular city anyway.
Yeah,
really, for visitors, isn't it? So
and I think having those classic vehicles that are always floating around London, obviously you've got the underground, you've got the classic red buses and stuff. I mean, if you could get those into that game, it would give you a lovely vibe.
There's so many train marks and like traditional elements of London you could totally just use in the game. I mean,
think of the accents, guys.
Why?
Oh, what you slag?
Fuck off!
Maybe this is why I haven't done it.
Maybe.
Like offending.
It's just going to be wall-to-wall Cockney gangsters.
Gangsters. Yeah, like the fucking Cray twins all everywhere.
It is.
Anyway.
And that was a quick trip down memory lane of some games there.
Once
again, we may do some more.
And that's all we've got time for on this QOB side quest unboxing the classic PlayStation. Join us again on another video where we may be doing some gaming, we might be doing some beers, but of course It'll be absolutely jam-packed full of witty banter. Of course, check out our previous video of the Sega Mega Drive unboxing, going way back into the cartridge world.
Way back.
way back.
Way downtown.
So, anyway. And I've been Chris.
I've been John.
I've been Dan.
Liaz.
See you, man. Bye.
Sup, bruv!